The Rangers fans will be listening with interest to the details about Matondo, especially as you say last season, that season in Belgium. Double figures goals is pretty good from that number of appearances as well from the wide areas, and that I guess was the big disappointment about Ryan Kent last season. You know, still a great player who sparked so much of Rangers attacking play, but the numbers were disappointing from him.
Yeah, I think in particular goals, you know, I mean, his level of assist I think was very, very good last year. And he's a type of player, I mean, if he was to add goals to his game, then I think he's probably not Rangers. You know, if he's looking at even like a double figures of goals last year, then I think, I think it was maybe about 17, 18 assists over the course of the season, all in. If he added double figures goals to that with all the other attributes that he's got, because some of the stuff he does is really, really eye-catching. So had he added goals to it, and he's at an age where if you're looking for some area that Ryan Kent could improve on, it would be that. I think that's pretty obvious, because a lot of his performances, and there is a lot of eye-catching stuff, particularly in Europe this last season now, when you see some of the performances against Dortmund and Leipzig and Red Star, he's really, really top performer. But just adding that kind of level of goals, I think, takes him to another level. So you're right with someone else on that side. I mean, Hadji being injured, Aribo leaving the football club, there needs to be someone that can play that is, I think, in my opinion, that's their position. You know, you're signing a winger that can play in that position. No, Joe Aribo, who's more of an attacking midfielder, you put him there, or maybe even a Hadji who maybe wants to play like maybe as a number 10, or Scott Arfield. I think you could throw into the same in the same kind of bracket as those players that is better centrally and linking up with a forward rather than doing it for a wide. We've even seen Aaron Ramsey actually out there in certain games as well. So for me, when you're picking a team, you want to pick a player like that as their specialised position. And Matondo, and I even think Lawrence, I think they've got that.
With Kent, are you willing to forgive the 3 goals he scored last season just because of the chaos he causes in top quality opposition defences? We saw it in Europe time after time. And as you say, the number of assists, does that compensate, do you think, for his inability, it seems, because he gets into great areas, to finish more often?
It does, you know, and it's twofold, Rob, because yes, on the one hand, based on the what he can bring to the team and the amount of tension that he brings to himself when he's on the ball, it attracts opposition players towards him, and it frees up teammates. You know, and that's why he has a not even assists, but even that other pass for maybe an overlap in Borna Barisic or Calvin Bassey to maybe then set a goal up. That's what he's got. No, on the side that he has to score more goals. When you start pretty much every game, I think it was 42 games maybe last year and 3 goals.
Yeah.
That's not enough when you've got Connor Golson, who's maybe getting 4s, 5s and 6s as a centre back. You know, I think there's no doubt Ryan Kent can score more goals, and he's more than capable of doing it, because he gets himself into positions. And you know what, he's unlucky in a few situations. Obviously, you've looked at the Europa League final where he pretty much breaks his neck and does a 30-yard lung busting run in the 120th minute of the game to get on the end of a chance. Makes really good connection. He could have been an absolute hero that night. It wasn't to be that night. But I think the only thing I could say, I think it could be a little bit hungrier to score. You know, I've seen when the ball's on the opposite side, sometimes you see him, he's maybe hanging out a little bit too much, where he could be really in that back post or in between the sticks, hunting and being hungry for goals. I could say that would maybe be something. But listen, his play overall, if you can get a Ryan Kent on the opposite side, which I think has been needed, so whether that's Matondo or whether that's Lawrence, and you've got Morelos fighting it with Colak through the middle, that's a really, really strong front three.